Hey, Billy Blubberbutt. I don't know why I got that, but okay. I was listening to your MMP for September 14th. Someone from California wrote in decrying using renewable to power the grid, saying that it has shortfalls in the stability of its power generation. Parentheses, I can't always see the sun, I think was the argument. It was a little more deeper than that. I have been an engineer in the U.S. oil and gas industry. I cannot believe some of the brainiacs that listen to this podcast. It must be like, how my wife watches Real Housewives just to shut her brain off. I think smart people might tune into this thing. They definitely don't listen to it for the information. So anyway, I have been an engineer in the U.S. and gas industry. I have also worked for a renewable energy think tank. I have seen both sides of the aisle and wanted to write you in response to that guy's letter because he sounds like a lot of people I worked with in oil and gas. If he's representative of some of your listeners, then maybe I can do some good here by straightening some things out. Okay, here we go. I like this. Point, counterpoint. There are a few common arguments that get rolled out as anti-renewable energy sources, and so I'll deal with these briefly in turn. Yeah, I mean, I'm of the conspiracy belief that the current, I don't even know what the resources that we use for energy and power, you're fucking with blue blood money. And to try to get those people to change, and like I said, the only way to do it is you have to give them the sun. Just shut off the derricks, shut off the wells, shut all of this shit off. We're all going to go solar. You can keep fucking selling the oil and all of that shit, and you own the sun. Your family owns the sun. Okay? And when that thing burns out, we're all going to be dead. So you guys are going to be good for the rest of your fucking life. Just the only way to get them off of what they're holding on to. That's my philosophy here. And they've bought all the politicians and all of that shit. All right, and renewable energy sources are unreliable because sometimes it isn't sunny or windy. So there are these things called batteries. And they, oh God, he's gonna be talking down to us. I love it. So there are these things called batteries, and they store energy. The issue with renewable up to about 5 to 10 years ago was that batteries couldn't be built at cost to store energy on that scale. However, this is not the case anymore. It is now standard to build a large battery farm with a renewable project. The battery is able to store and release energy to the grid as required. These are already in use in the U.S., Australia, the other fire country, and many countries in Europe. As battery technology improves, this actually makes electrical grids more versatile and capable of charging to meet the demands in real time. Some countries in less sunny climates, such as Germany, Iceland, Wales, and Denmark, are closing in on being entirely dependent on renewable energy sources to power their national grids. How exciting is that? They are not experiencing constant blackouts. That's amazing. I saw a YouTube advertisement for these Tesla solar panels, and I was thinking, like, if I can stick those on the side of my house, why can't I stick them on the side of a 76 GMC RV? Just fucking set the cross-country record. 3 drivers. We do it in 24 hours because we never had to stop. Number 2, renewables don't support as many jobs as fossil fuel energy does. This wasn't mentioned, but it is a common argument and one I have a lot of sympathy for. Coal and oil and gas are huge industry that employ hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. There's another reason why it's difficult to switch. So we have to do this in a way where these people that work for these companies and busted their ass and moved up the ladder are not left out of pocket here. Especially in parts of America, they support entire towns and communities. It has been argued that renewables do not and cannot produce the same number of jobs as oil and gas. In fact, this is false. A peer-reviewed study, well, it just makes sense. If you're going to be powering a whole city, are they saying the technology is so amazing that some jobs are going to get taken away? Anyway, a peer-reviewed study from 2017 found for every $10 million of investment oil gas creates 27 full-time equivalent jobs, whilst renewables create 75. You might not be getting $200,000 to drive a truck anymore, but you don't get peanuts either. Renewables require ongoing upkeeping and maintenance too, so these jobs are not one and done in nature. Number 3, nuclear is the way. This is not so clear-cut either way, but I fall on the side of nuclear not being a good option. Here are my reasons. Nuclear power plants take decades to get fully operational, always come in way over budget. Look up Hinkley Point C, for example. Has associated extreme security concern and has nuclear waste products. And has nuclear power plants. And has waste products where the only option to get rid of them is to dig a giant hole, drop it in, and cover it with as much cement as you can get your hands on. Even then, you can still fuck it up. The U.S. just spent $19 billion on the waste isolation pilot plant in New Mexico, but a single mislabeled container contaminated the site just a couple of years after opening. The cleanup took 3 years and a cost of $2 billion. Yeah, the thing I don't like about nuclear waste is the waste. And I was thinking, well, then you build a rocket and you shoot it out into space. I don't know what you do with it. The benefit of nuclear power is that it has no greenhouse gas emissions. That's great. And can produce large quantities of energy in a single power plant. However, for me, the juice is absolutely not worth the squeeze. Anyway, if you make it this far, then thanks for reading. Dude, this has been fascinating. I hope I have convinced even one of your listeners to at least go out and do a bit more research for themselves. Listening to your stupid rants provides a brief highlight at the start of the work week. That's why he listens. Keep it up and go fuck yourself. Yeah, listen to my stupid rants. I love it. There's a smart guy out there. Listen to this dumb, bald idiot before I have to go in here and use 3/4 of my brain.